I would say music for me pretty much started at around 2-3 years old. I grew up in a very, very musical family, church-based, faith-based, in a small town called Gainesville, Georgia. It's a little north of Atlanta. But I just remember always singing at church, and I always, as far as I can remember, knew that I could sing. You know, I sang in the children's choir there, and it was just very, very powerful. But it was a certain moment where my dad had me lead a song for the adult choir. And I was like, what? That's kind of, you know, and so I can really like specifically remember at like around 2 or 3 years old, my old pastor, his name was Pastor C.C. Cloud, God rest his soul. He literally stood me in the pulpit chairs, and I sang this song called Going Up Yonder. And I just remember the whole church just really, really just lighting up, and people were crying, they were praising the Lord. And here I am, this 3-year-old child, like, what's really going on here? You know, so I just really, you know, that was a special moment for me. Yeah, so moving along further on in my career, I think the most memorable moment for me would be performing the national anthem for the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, hands down, that has to be one of my most special moments. I was so nervous. I submitted an audition tape 1 year. They called me back 2 years later and was like, dude, we really think you're good and we want you to, you know, sing the anthem for us. And so I was like, okay. But on the inside, I was like, oh my God, like this anthem is 70,000 people. I mean, but there was something in me that knew I was supposed to be there. And I think I used and relied on that to give me comfort and just to stand on that foundation. It was, yeah, and I walked out, and the moment I opened my mouth, I felt like my feet just levitated off that platform. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I will never, ever forget that experience. 70,000 people, Atlanta Falcons, ATL, baby. I would say I've had an extremely successful solo career. You know, I have 5 albums. I'm always recording new music. And I'll also sing professional background. You know, I've sang for a lot of different people on TV. Earth, Wind & Fire, Toni Braxton. I toured a few years with R&B superstar Monica. I'm currently touring with R&B superstar, another one, Kim. He's phenomenal. Yeah, so throughout my music career, I've met and been blessed to meet a lot of different people. In my more recent years, I've met a really special person that has influenced me, I think, the most as it pertains to my music career as a solo artist and songwriter specifically. His name is Hyuk Shin, and I met Shin back in 2012, I think it was, in Atlanta. And I met him through another producer of mine, great producer. And yeah, I started out demoing records for him. One thing led to the next. Next thing you know, I'm literally writing K-pop music with Hyuk Shin. Like, he introduced me to a whole new world of music that I had no exposure to, no access to. I mean, I had no clue what K-pop really was. So it's absolutely crazy in a good way, though. The thing I like about K-pop is that it taps into this attention to detail. I mean, even from when I was a kid, like I was always super organized, super business. So I always paid attention to details. So when I'm writing K-pop music, I pretty much feel at home, you know? So having that detail, having that standard of excellence, it literally fuels me. It drives me to be better and better and better. How can we make it better, you know? So working in K-pop that's what I get, you know? Now, as far as working in US pop, it's a little more relaxed, even though pop music is pretty much structured, in my opinion and experience. Which is great too, because it leaves you room to bring in the soul and the emotion and the authenticity of who you are and what you're doing. So, I mean, honestly, as an artist, I'm looking forward to combining both of those. Hey, I got my soul in there, I got my artistic flair with the detail and the standard of excellence. Man, this new music is about to be popping. That's why they call me the modern Motown. Hey, I'm bringing soul back to pop, y'all. Man, if I could go back in time to talk to my, say, childhood self, I would tell him to be who he is and know that God has a specific and unique plan for his life. And it's his responsibility to align himself with that and to give that as a gift to the world. You know, I think that's what all of our purpose is here. You know, I have a wall in my home with a lot of people, you know, just a few people that inspire me on a daily basis. I want to just be reminded and see them every day. So I have my parents up there, Oprah Winfrey's up there, Bishop T.D. Jakes is up there, Michelle and Barack Obama are up there. You know, I just hold them, you know, really close to my heart. Most of all, my 5-year-old self is in the middle. That guy, that little dude, man, he was a fighter. He, you know, he knew who he was. He knew God. He loved people. He loved making people happy. And so I would just encourage him and everyone, you know, to just be who you are and align yourself with your true purpose. I think that's the key to true happiness, fulfillment, and joy. You know, I always tell people, love is the key to the heart. Music is the key to the soul. It's life.